Good morning, everybody. How you doing? This is the low tones version of JV, the "Don't Wake the Kids Up Yet" version, and welcome to another edition of Backstage. I guess because we're gonna talk about overlays today. We're gonna talk about overlays. We're gonna talk about the difference between overlays in StreamYard and OBS and why I'm making the move over to OBS. And actually, I need to turn something on here because there is something else that's supposed to be on this screen. I can't keep track of what these things are called now. And counter. The counter is on. There we go. We got the counter on. What about the list? Let's turn the list on because this is some exciting news right here, right? Look at that. Look at that. Bubs Comics helped me out yesterday. As a matter of fact, I'm very excited about Bubs Comics helping me out. We actually helped each other out. And he got it. He saved $1 doing it. Amazing that you did that, Bubs. Great stuff. Let me hit the chat real quick before we get started. All right. So early on, we've got M3 Lions who hit me with the God. I played that intro yesterday and got hit with a copyright. So what did I have to do? Well, YouTube's made it easy. When you get hit with a copyright notification on an audio track, which is basically what happened to me, they give you the opportunity to mute it, remove it, or replace it. So if you were going to look back at yesterday's morning show, right around the 7-minute 43 mark when I played M3's intro, now when you watch it, it just goes dead silent for 10 seconds. And so someone actually reached out to me and asked me, how can you make sure you're not going to get hit with a YouTube copyright? I looked this up and here's the information. You ready? The only true way to do it is to take that. I should have taken his intro, uploaded it unlisted on my page, just as whatever, named it whatever, and wait. And you will wait because YouTube will hit it because eventually they're going to review it. Now, when it's part of a much larger video like mine, it took a long time before it hit it, 7 minutes in. But if I would have just uploaded M3s as unlisted and waited, it would have been flagged. So we'll know for next time. All right, so let's talk about today's subject. Today's subject is overlays and the difference between overlays in OBS and in StreamYard. So one of the reasons that I originally went to StreamYard, well, I mean, remember I was originally in OBS because I was going to go full blown on this, and then StreamYard was so easy, and it really is easy. Let me turn all this stuff off in the OBS. I muted myself. How long has I been on mute? That is awesome. When closing off the OBS stuff, it hasn't I didn't notice. I did not notice. Oh, you guys are great. All right, so I'm going to go back over here and do it again, okay? So off to the right here, we've got the comments, which I'm highlighting now. And the beauty of StreamYard was highlighting those comments, right? Thanks for calling me, LBD. I appreciate that. I should have been checking the Instagram. Someone told me. We can all guess what he's talking about. You still have no sound. Oh my God, look at that. You turned off the mic when you turned everything else off. I'm knucklehead. Oh man, that's great. So in OBS, you got to be careful because if you turn the little eye off, you obviously turn that off, and I turn the mic off. Knucklehead. Jeez. All right, so back over here, we talk about in StreamYard, we have banners. And I had mentioned that the banner doesn't always have to scroll, like I have scrolling banners like this one. The banner can also be stagnant. But in StreamYard, that's basically a type of overlay that's predetermined for location. And I want you to think about that. As an overlay in StreamYard, there's more than just banners and brand. A banner is a type of overlay in OBS. Now in branding, as I started at the top again, you can change your colors, which is really cool. But the logo here is always placed in the upper right-hand corner. So it's basically it's a location overlay when they term it logo. And they have some information here. When you can add your logo to make it look professional, and they recommend a 150 by 150 pixel size. Okay. Overlays. I had just read this. I'll read the whole thing over again. The cool thing about StreamYard, which is super easy and functional, is the fact that what they term overlays, you get 3 different things. You can put up a single image. Let me highlight this again. A single image can be up to 10 megabytes big. You can have a 3 megabytes size GIF, and you can have up to a 100 megabyte size video that lasts up to 5 minutes. But you know how buggy they are. So let me give you an example of each. For a static picture, I've got 50. They're labeled overlays, and they give you 50 of them. So for a static picture, that would be an example of a static photo. That's just a PNG, transparent background, so you can see through it, but that's just a static photo. It's in the overlay section, and I'm going to talk about layers of overlays right now. In StreamYard, when you put an overlay on top, you've got one layer. Now, in combination with your background, you have 2 layers. If you have a logo up in the corner, you have 3 layers. If you've got a ticker going across the bottom, you've really got 4 layers. So StreamYard gives you the ability to have 4 layers deep if you think about it that way. And that's what Wink opened my eyes to, because he's using his background layer, which I don't really use. I barely use the background layer, but it can really be a powerful tool also. This is sitting behind everything, where this layer up here is sitting on top of everything. Okay, now that's StreamYard. How do you make these things, right? Okay, we talk about transparent PNGs, and there's lots of different tools that can create a transparent PNG. I want to talk about what I personally use. And you guys are going to go, what? You can use Canva. You can absolutely use Canva. But you can also use, let's see, is that application not showing up? Why doesn't that app show up? Why can't you share PowerPoint? Can you not share PowerPoint? I tried screen share PowerPoint. But we'll go here and see what you got. No. Why can't I share PowerPoint? It's weird. Let's see what this looks like on YouTube, actually. Sorry, guys. Well, this is what this whole show is about, is I play with this and see what the hell I'm doing. What am I doing today? Oh, you can't see it because it's freaking unlisted. That's awesome. Okay, there it is. So you actually are seeing my PowerPoint when I'm in here. Okay. Let me turn down the volume. I was just checking. So now when I'm doing a screen share this way, I can't see it, but you guys are seeing exactly what I'm seeing. When I create an overlay in PowerPoint, it's about laying out, and we can start. I'm going to start with a brand new one so you guys can see what I'm talking about. So a brand new slide. There ain't nothing on this slide at all, right? And when I start to insert items like pictures, I'm going to insert a picture, and we're going to go into my logos. I got everybody's logo in here. And my newest logo is just called new logo vector 1. So I'm going to grab this new logo, which is also a PNG, by the way. And I don't need any design ideas. Sorry, guy. And I grab this huge logo, and I can resize it any way I want, but I want it to be always in this corner. As a matter of fact, that's where I want it. I want it in this corner. And I want some text in here too, you know? So I'm going to add a text box from, where are we at? Text box. So I'm going to add a text box across the top of this. And I am going to use impact. I don't know why, because I'm using impact. And I'm going to make it bold. And we're going to say Discovery Bay Comics. Okay. We're going to change the size. Something huge. Oh, you got to highlight the text first to change the size to something bigger. Come on. Whoa. All over the place. I'm struggling here with the share. Change the text size. Here, we'll open this up so it fits. I don't like that color. Let's make it red. We'll also highlight the text and do some formatting to it. Now, when you format a shape up here, you've got shape options and text options. On text options, I'm going to go to outline. A solid line will make the outline. Black. 2 points. See that? It turns that. But then we'll go to here for shadow. And we'll add a shadow. Which color should the shadow be? We'll also do black. I don't like blur. Turn the blur off. Change your degree, right? Okay. So now I've got two elements on this screen so far. I've got a text. I've got a logo. If I were to highlight both of those by either saying select all up here, keeping my cursor over the top of this, holding down the shift button, I can right click a new menu. And in this menu, you get save picture. So save picture, it's important that you're saving as a PNG and then drop it in a location that you know where you're messing with. So OBS folder, test PNG. So now I've saved this test PNG. Okay. Oh, yeah, we can come back here since it's this type of share. In branding, on this branding tab, I'm going to upload this OBS new location test PNG. I'm going to upload that into StreamYard. Okay. I'm going to stop this sharing. Oh, actually, no, I'll just go up here and show you where it's at. It showed up here because it sorts them different. And that's what that overlay looks like. Notice it's right in the middle of the page. Didn't I put it up in the corner? Yes, you did put it up in the corner. But let me show you what happens. When I'm working in PowerPoint, there's no perspective to size right now if this is the only image on here. So if you ever notice, I will drop, and it's very subtle. You barely notice it. Down in the corner, the very smallest corner, look at that. Oh, real tiny. You barely see him. I copy him, paste him. Oh, sorry. It doesn't matter. You're not going to be able to see him. And I put him in the four corners to give me size and perspective for the image. There might be a better way to do this. I don't know. This is my little cheat. Now that I have something in all four corners, when I say select all, notice down in the corners also got highlighted. So we'll do that again. Save as picture. I'm going to go right over the top of the other one. We'll put it right over the top of test 1 PNG. Save it. Okay. We did that. Come back over here and let's upload it again. We're going to upload again from OBS new. And it's test PNG. Open. Now when I place it over the top, look what happens, how it's moved up, because way down in the bottom corners, you can see those little logos that no one will ever see because they get cut off your screen on basically every device. That is the overlay in StreamYard using PNGs. Okay. Now there's a lot of pre-made overlays too that you can download from a ton of sites. We'll get into that next week because there's some really cool pre-made stuff. But that's a pre-made, right? We just made that on the fly there. Now the beauty of StreamYard is you can hide that. That's kind of cool. Hey Bubs, how you doing? I got something special for you on the exit video. I've already got you in the lineup. Look at Bubs is a new member. Bubs helped me out, by the way. Bubs put me onto an application called Voice Meter, where I was knucklehead and went to the same exact site and spent, well, I didn't spend, it was a donation. I made a donation to them to get my Cable A, Cable B virtual. Bubs did it without spending that dollar. And I guess he took that dollar and spent it with me this month. Hey, I appreciate that, Bubs. Good stuff. Good stuff. All right. You use 3D Paint? And you don't like spending money on programs, more like spend money on. I don't disagree with that one too. Depends on what you're trying to do with your stuff. Paint is what he uses for transparent things. Yeah, hey, if that works, if you can bring an image in and make sure you save it in as a transparent PNG, that's cool. Another thing that that's another cool feature of. Let me go here to Backstage. That's another cool feature of, and I'm going to go back to this. You guys are going to see me using this all the time. Canva. So in Canva, when I mentioned you're creating a new design and you're creating a YouTube thumbnail, which is also the same size as an overlay would be, by the way. If you download any of this as a transparent PNG, you would end up with basically something that you can import into StreamYard. So my uploads. Oh, this was a good one. So yesterday, this was the image. Is that the transparent one actually? Okay. So this was the image. And if you put a background on this, let's put a background on this. You can see that this image is not what I wanted. It's got that white. So I was bummed. I was like, no, this is not going to happen like this. So I clicked the image and through Canva again, I know a little off track on overlays, but this does work. I used the background remover on that particular image, which took out the white, which was huge because now that's what became the thumbnail. I was able to use that transparent PNG version as a thumbnail. So, give you an example in Canva, if I was going to take her, put her up in the corner, we'll take OMG over here. We'll drop him on this side up in the corner. And I don't even know if I need to do that corner stuff wise. Where's my logo? I got a logo in here somewhere. Oh, YouTube TV. Let's take that guy. We'll take YouTube TV. I got to get it so I can move the damn thing. And we'll put him here. Okay. Now, regardless of the red being on there, if I go to download this, you have the checkbox. Am I not showing you guys? Yeah, I'm sure. Transparent background. So you click this transparent background. This red's going to go away. And when we download this, okay, I'm going to go over to StreamYard real quick and upload it. You played with it all night. What did you play with? Oh, I don't know what kind of help you're talking about, man. Hey, there's the ComicDon. I got something special for you in this morning show. So make sure you hang out for that. And also, your links are already in this description and on the homepage. And I got this one ready for you. Welcome, the ComicDon. He is the new creator tier Patreon supporter. I did not even know that someone dropped out of the creator tier, to be honest with you. But we did have somebody leave the creator tier 2 days ago. And I didn't even know. And then the ComicDon swooped up on that spot, quick style. And he is the new. There we go. So now I'm gonna upload what we just downloaded from Canva. Okay. And let me go to the comments here and hide that comment. Go back to the branding. So, and this is what we just downloaded from Canva. Bam. That overlay over the top. So let me give you an example. Let me get back to regular camera, what that looks like now. That was in Canva, quick style. Just placed it in YouTube thumbnail, download as a transparent background, upload to overlays in StreamYard. Cool, right? But keep in mind, how many different layers could we have? What we had predetermined location for like logo stuff. We considered that a layer. We considered any marquee across the bottom a layer. We considered the background a layer. We considered the front a layer. Now let me show you what OBS can do. Ooh, loady. So let me hide this one. And the reason why I'm moving a lot of this stuff to OBS is, and I got to share it so you can see it, and it may look goofy. Share entire screen, I guess, right? Share entire screen, but then go to OBS. Let me open up this to make sure you guys are seeing what I'm seeing. This is my OBS workspace. And yeah, you're like, oh man, there's no way it looks too. No, it's not. It's simple. And we talk about scenes. This particular scene that I'm in right now has got all of these, what they call sources. Okay, so you got scenes and sources. Remember, this video is we're going to talk about overlays. So I'm going to pick a source like Backstage. Okay. In this particular scene, I've got this overlay. And if you look here, it's called overlay backstage. But let me hide overlay backstage. Okay. If I were to hide that little mirror, you're not seeing what I'm seeing. Are you guys seeing what I'm seeing? Yeah, okay. You guys are not seeing the OBS that I'm trying to show you. Huh. Can I do it as an application? Oh, maybe I didn't hit share. Did I never hit share? Here we go. Let's see if this works. Okay. This is, let's see. Yeah, I'm watching this on YouTube. Sure enough, there it is. All right, but it pushed me off to the side like that. That's very interesting. Very interesting that it did that on a screen share. Anyway, so this is the scene. This is my OBS. And when you first look at it, you're like, dude, there's no way. That's too daunting. Over here to the left, we have our scenes, right? And I can make this bigger. You can adjust this on the fly. These are the scenes that I have, right? There's the camera scene. That's the main camera scene, okay? And in the scene, there are sources down here, many different sources. There's the, a browser source, which happens to be the chat. I do believe that's in here. That should be the chat, but I'd have to adjust the chat, but I'm not messing with that right now. And you can see there's a little eyeball that I have blacked out. Well, if you black out the Bluetooth, don't be that guy who talks for 10 minutes with the freaking thing off. All right. So overlay. I have what I call the basic overlay, and I'll turn it on. And this is what I call basic overlay in OBS. But the beauty of basic overlay is I stopped using it this way. In my mind, when you're using basic overlay, you have two elements that are in fixed positions. And I didn't like that. In OBS, you have the ability to not do that. So I turned that off and I turned it into two different pieces of information. Info, which is now just a transparent PNG that I can resize, and I'll unlock it. I can move it wherever I want it. We can resize it on the fly, right? It's really easier, in keeping in mind that by being able to control multiple sources in a scene, and think of a scene as an overlay in StreamYard, where in StreamYard we said how many layers could you get? You could get a back layer, you could get an over layer, but if I wanted to change any of the particular elements of that layer, I got to change the whole layer. And going from here, today's top picks playlist to the live playlist is 2 different overlays in StreamYard. That's 2 completely different overlays in StreamYard, where in OBS, it's really changing an element of an overlay. Does that make sense? Changing one of the sources. Okay, so when I get to giveaway, give you an example, that's already been updated because there's a source in giveaway called prize. See how this source is called prize? Because I keep updating where prize, the picture prize every day, OBS picks it up and puts it in the right spot every time because it's actually got a reference to the file's location. Okay. Why is that important for me? Because there's lots of cool stuff. On my main scene that I'm always in, right? This main scene that I'm in, there was 2 elements on here that I really wanted. This guy right here and this guy right here are called intro slideshows. Kind of cool, right? You're like, hey, man, what's that? Well, an intro slideshow is a compilation. It's a grouping of pictures. So if you look at my intro slideshow, I've got 10 different images, and they can be either an image or they can be a GIF. So let me go through the slideshow, and you guys have seen. Now, another thing about the cool thing about, OBS, hotkeys. You can program predetermined hotkeys. No, I don't have a stream deck. I don't have any of that craziness. Just straight up hotkeys on your keyboard. So to advance this thing in OBS, I've programmed the hotkey right arrow. But check this out. This one over here is also on the advanced manually hotkey right arrow. Now you can have them advance, automatically timed, and I wouldn't have to worry about it. But I have them advance on the hotkey, right? So it just advanced. That one just advanced 1. This one advanced 1 too, but the second image is exactly the same as the first. The third image, you could see how this one highlighted to green, and this one changed. Needless to say, this is going to go through 10 different iterations just by me scrolling through this. In OBS, that's easy to set up and it's easy to change. In StreamYard, each iteration here is another overlay. So when you think 50 is a lot, if you're going to try and do this type of stuff where you're changing multiple elements on everything else is staying stagnant, you'd end up with 50 overlays. That's not going to work, right? That's why I'm moving to OBS. And then the main reason I'm moving to OBS is all of this other functionality from Stream Elements and Stream Labs, where they can monitor things that are happening to your channel, and they can pop those up in the counter up in the corner. And here I can test this. Let me test this so you guys can see this. Oh, no, I'm still sharing. Can't test that. Can I test that? Untitled design. Yeah, over here. If I was to test, can I fire another action? Yeah, I can fire it again. Can I fire it again? Skip alert. Okay, here we go. Let me see if that fires again. Did you see that? So I replicated that event. And my question is to the chat, because it's been a while and it hasn't been working. Did you hear it? Did you finally hear it? Yeah, Wink slept on it, man. Wink slept on that last spot. He was the one who specifically asked me to open it up. He's like, dude, you should open up more spots. And I'm like, no, we're just going to stick with the 10. But flat, yeah, I thought he was going to jump on it. I didn't even know it was open, to be honest with you. If I would have announced 2 days ago that it was open, it probably would have went 2 days ago. But congratulations to ThaComicDon, who's now on the homepage, straight up on the homepage. I love it. As a matter of fact, let's double check that turned out right. Top picks. I'm on the wrong page here. Let's go to here, Discovery Bay Comics, Patreon creator tier. Bam. The ComicDon. There you go. And all his videos are going to start showing up here too in this playlist in the Patreon. So yeah, there's 4 benefits. They're pretty good. Almost lost the sound again. Now I got a question. Did anybody hear the alert that just came through? Because it looks like I got that fixed. Let's see if I can fire that one more time. Come over here. Bubs. Comic. Let's do Chaos and Comics again. See if you hear it. Let's see if I can hear it. We've got the audio. By the way, what was the fix to the audio? When Bubs was explaining how he set up his OBS to StreamYard, he's using Voicemeeter, which is basically the same thing I'm using, same company. I noticed that there was the dreaded checkbox. There was a checkbox on the source that says, let OBS control the audio. So by checking that box, it showed up in your mixer at the bottom, and I just had to make sure it was not muted. So that is fixed there. I think almost everything that I wanted to get working for my morning show is now working. The only thing I need to clean up is where do I put these intro bumper videos for people, and just organizing the board really, because by me going to OBS, I've created kind of 50 open slots to play all kinds of goofy, and I, what I'm talking about with the goofy, right? I've got, these types of things, Roadhouse. And I want to just have as many of those as possible so that it's just a good time, because Blue, you're my boy! Blue's my boy, right? And it's always a good time, man.
You must have got manure for your brains.
I just want to load up the whole show so that it's just 45 minutes of just cuts and having a good time. Oh man, yeah. When that thing finally fires for a super, that's gonna be cool. It's definitely gonna be cool. So I guess I'm gonna wrap this up for today. That was my quick kind of overlays tutorial. Tomorrow, we're gonna talk about a different subject. We did Canva and Filmora yesterday, but we touched on them real briefly. I think tomorrow I want to really spend some time on the Filmora aspect of it as we do that intro video, because I kind of went over a little bit too quick. I wanted to talk about timelines, and layers, because all the same words are coming back in again. It's just a different platform. We're going to talk about layers and we're going to talk about timeline. And Bub says he needs a bumper. You've got some of the best bumpers going. What are you talking? You're talking about a welcome bumper? Oh, well, welcome bumper. Yeah, I need to start working on the ComicDon's welcome bumper is what I need to do. He's the one I need to start working on his bumper right now. There's another one that I need to upload because Huggably Soft. You guys know who Huggably is, right? His real name's Michael, or Aaron Michael Loy. But he also joined the $5 creator tier, and I taught not the creator tier, but the $5 supporter tier, and I didn't even like notice. So now I've got a gift for him if he shows up in today's stream too. I got a welcome gift for him, and I made these in Filmora, these gifts, because you can make more than just MP4s. You can make GIFs. You can make MP3 audios, which is what I do the audio. I forgot about the audio. God damn it. You can do audio tracks, which is what this is. I just looped one in Filmora and exported it as an MP3, and now I've got no audio. I had no audio the whole time. All right, so we're going to go ahead and get this thing wrapped up. Morning Weapon X. How does OBS handle guests? Do you still need StreamYard? Okay. If you want to use StreamYard for this, then OBS handles guests by you using a regular camera shot and then you bringing them in. Or the regular way that OBS was supposed to handle this was you could use another platform for the call. Like I originally have Skype loaded up, and you would have a Skype call and bring them in. Now, I do know that you can still bring in to OBS audio from StreamYard, by flipping the cables the way that I've got cable A, cable B, but that could be a whole nother show we could talk about, bringing the audio from StreamYard into OBS, because right now we've only talked about audio from OBS out to StreamYard. But yeah, you can do that. What I've been doing is I've been changing my camera, my scene to like the basic camera scene, like this one. Let me size this thing down to my basic camera scene, and then you just bring in a guest and pop yourself off to the side so they're there. And then I still have all the functionality on my square, but they don't have it on their square. So there's that. And then if you're going to do that, make sure you have a good background set up, because Wink's got a really good background. Anyway, folks, man, I thank everybody for joining me for this one. This was a members only thing. If you notice that after I released today's show at 9:35, the main morning show, somewhere around noon, after the girls finish that Skype call, I will upload this video, just as a regular thing. But I really appreciate everybody that joined me this morning, man, taking the time to hang out with us. I say us, like me. I got a mouse in my freaking pocket, man. It's just me down here waiting for the kids to wake up. So that's going to be it for today's show, and I am going to play my outro because there's a couple of new members in there, man. We got new Patreon supporters, and I want to shout them out. There's a new member, ComicDon's in the creator tier, Loy's Comics is in the supporter tier, and Bub's Comics is a new member of the channel. He's already in my outro. So thanks everybody for joining me today. I appreciate you. I will see you guys later on this afternoon on the morning show. And as always, man, don't forget, we had a good time. Peace.
Nice work, everyone. Sharp broadcast. Really good. Everyone on the floor as well. Really a lot of hustle. I liked it.
Wait a minute. It didn't update. I can't go out like that. I gotta update this thing. You sons of bitch. All right, let me go over here and update that. Unbelievable. When you drop a new video, you must make sure that you take the regular exit video and blow it out and overlay with the new exit video. Ay. All right, where's it at? So yeah, messed that up. So in the end video here.
Nice work, everyone. Sharp broadcast. Really good. Everyone on the floor as well. Really a lot of hustle. I liked it.
All right, you guys ready? Let's try it again. I spent all that time updating the damn thing, man. I wanted them to see it. I appreciate them. All right, one more time.
Nice work, everyone. Sharp broadcast. Really good. Everyone on the floor as well. Really a lot of hustle. I liked it.